Hi, I thought it might be fun today, since we've been drawing trees, to draw some trees that have flowers on them this time of year. And you know, there are a couple of kinds of trees that grow flowers before they grow any leaves at all, so you can really see the flowers. And the kind I like the best is a dogwood tree. And dogwood trees don't have very thick trunks. They have sort of a slender trunk. And some dogwoods get pretty tall, but some are pretty short. And they don't have very thick limbs. Their limbs are pretty thin, but they do have sometimes a lot of branches. And sometimes the branches are crooked. Sometimes they're straight. Sometimes they bend. And the dogwood blossoms grow on the tree while the tree is still bare. So you could draw a gray or brown trunk and limbs on your tree. Maybe a little bit of grass at the bottom because the grass is just starting to get green in the spring. And the dogwood blossoms are really easy to draw because if you look at them, the petals look a little bit like hearts. And you know how to draw hearts. And so all you have to do is make 4 hearts that touch in the middle and make a little circle. And you've drawn a dogwood blossom. And most dogwood blossoms are white, but sometimes they're pink. And some people say that dogwoods bloom in the spring about the time of Easter to remind us of Christ's death and resurrection. Because the cross is, the dogwood's shaped a little bit like the cross. And so if you want to draw your dogwood tree and start putting some blossoms on it, and you just have to draw 4 little hearts on there, and it looks just like a dogwood blossom. And a dogwood tree will have a lot of blossoms on there before the leaves come out, but when the leaves come out, they're kind of pointed teardrop shapes like other little leaves we've drawn. And you can start drawing a few little leaves on your tree with your blossoms if you want to. There's a dogwood tree. I made my blossoms a little bit bigger so we could see them. You can make them as big or as little as you want to. Some dogwood trees have tiny little blossoms and some have great big blossoms. Let's put some dogwood blossoms down on the ground like they fell off. Put a little circle in there. They have a little green part in the middle. We could do some more dogwood blossoms that got blown down maybe in a windstorm. And there's your dogwood tree. You can make a little bird sitting in your dogwood tree if you wanted to. He's singing his heart out. There's his tail. Let's give him an eye. So draw your dogwood tree and send me a picture and let me see how it looks.